Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CRMD. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I'll let you this time frame does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. You don't need to go to the eye doctor. Yes, that candle there is still changing. The market's got a few minutes before it closes, but for what I want to talk about, unless there's some sort of dramatic move, which would be cool to capture on video, then everything that I talk about is still going to totally pertain. So what I really want to talk about, because from a presentation standpoint, I'll be honest, and yes, those lines pertain, but again, from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion and clutter. But from where I sit, this is now a very tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're some sort of day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, and your plan was to buy and sell within 15 minutes, well then yeah, from that point of view, the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, from the big picture of things, I get it. From the highs, it did pull back quite a bit. But from the grand scheme of it all, the price does still have an opportunity to build a higher low. And as long as you have higher lows being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about things and making comments from a big picture point of view. So if I sound crazy, my guess would be you probably had more of a day trader type perspective going into this. And that is where the level that I talked about from Wednesday comes into play right here at $8.65. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to occur, but just for example's sake, let's say that on Friday, the price comes down to there, behaves in that manner, and then maybe sometime, next week starts to work its way back upwards. What would you have in this situation? Well, from emphasis on big picture, from the big picture perspective, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have these lows down there. So if you envision each of those as stair steps, well then from the big picture, you still very clearly have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's what you want to see happen over time. You want to see a price making progress forward. And again, that's what right around 865 is representing progress going forward. Again, I'm well aware that if you are some sort of day trader or scalper or whatever you want to call yourself and you bought up around there, then yeah, you don't care about these stair steps. But that's why I try to offer up a warning that I would be commenting from more of a big picture viewpoint. So sure, today the price pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today, as in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the price does still have an opportunity to build a higher base. So let's see if the bulls can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.